Hello, how are you? I'm fine too, thank you. Well, last week we talked about three C's, or Japanese three mitsu. Do you have any ideas what those three C's are? Your answer might be very different from mine. Each person probably has his or her own opinion about that, and that is alright. But my three C's, some examples that I would like to share with you. First of all, one of the C's, that is, yes, we have to avoid this one, closed places. That means we would not stay in a room without any ventilation. That means lacking of air circulation. So fresh air is not coming into the room. And old air or not fresh air staying may be contaminated with the COVID-19 virus would stay, not going away. So that's a closed place. For example, even your house, your family members, and you staying, eating, talking, or playing games, or watching television, whatever you do, without windows open. So it means all the windows in that room are closed. So the air stays there. So that is a closed place. So you don't want to stay there. Even the public places, trains with the windows all shut, or airplanes without any air conditioning or air circulation would be closed places. Or your friend's place, or your perhaps office or classrooms. So, to avoid that, we have to open the windows or use perhaps air conditioners or the fan to circulate the air. Not only circulating within that room, but let the contaminated air leave the house, leave the room. Then let fresh air coming in. So that's ventilation. Now, second C. Sorry, I just keep doing this. Okay, is the to avoid crowded places. To me, let's say train stations are crowded places. Inside commuting trains are crowded places. Perhaps bargain sale sites are crowded places. So you want to avoid that. The third C is the, yes, cross contact setting. Okay, across, what was that? I forgot. Yes, contact setting is a place where people talk, do some interaction, walk around in a pretty close distance. So that's the cross contact settings, such as home parties, birthday parties, New Year's parties, or having lunch or coffee at a coffee shop or at restaurants. So those are some examples of cross contact setting places. So you want to avoid that. Even in your home, okay, some of your members coming home from outside, they might carry the viruses. Then they would share the viruses with you if you interacted with them. Means talking, eating, walk around, playing the games, or even just watching television together. So that's what you wanted to avoid. So those are 3 C's. Now, another task that I mentioned last week was the difference between international and global. So what's the difference? Okay, perhaps you know the answer. So instead of me telling you the answer directly, let's play some games. I'm going to tell you a country names. Then you tell me if it's international or global. Then also guess the common language. For example, let's say the People's Republic of China and Taiwan decided to have a meeting or let's say a conference. Would that be an international conference or a global conference? The answer would be an international conference, not global. Do you understand why? Then what's the common language for the conference? Of course, Mandarin Chinese. So that's how the game goes. Okay, question number 1. Portugal and Brazil are going to have a conference. Is it international or global? And what is the common language for those 2 countries? Question number 2. Japan, India, and Australia are going to have conference. Would it be global or international? And what do you think would be the common language for those 3 nations? Question number 3. France, Central African Republic, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire are going to have a conference. Would it be global or international? And what would be the common language? Question number 4. All the members of WHO, which stands for the World Health Organization. So the representative of each nation or country are having a conference. Is it international or global? And what would be the official language or common language for that conference? The last question, question number 5. The Olympic Committee or IOU. Is the IOU? IOP? Oh, I forgot. Anyway, the International Olympic Committee members are going to have in conference? Is it global or international? And what would be the official language for that conference? The last question I said last time, well, let me add another one. Okay. UN, that means the United Nations member representatives are going to meet. Well, it has two headquarters. One is in New York, the other one is in Switzerland, Geneva. Okay, either way. So those people, what are the official languages for UN or the United Nations conferences? Well, I tell you, this is the global conference. It's not an international, global. But then, United Nations has the rule, and there are some official languages that they can speak. So, do you know what they are? So that's gonna be okay. Your this week task. Take care of yourself and stay safe and happy. Until next time.